with that, it affected my mindset. I always stayed this low, even though I wanted to be this high. So because I grew up scared of the consequences of taking risks to go where I wanted to be. There's always a moment in your life that we are backtracking the things that we did and then eventually had a feeling of regret. And the question that is always connected in that feeling is, what if? Hello guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. So in this trying times now where we all fell to the ground due to this pandemic na isang taon na tayo. Mahigit isang taon na pala tayo na nandito. No? We are all on the verge of getting back up physically and mentally. So I am thinking that if I share this topic to you, maybe I can help you reflect on yourselves and what you are going to do to correct or improve what you will be doing this year. So allow me to share some things I did in the past that I somehow regretted and eventually taught me a lesson. So those that I will share are including but not limited to, buying something, investing, or what I did in my professional career. So here we go. Number 5, I wasted almost my whole savings, just to buy sneakers. So in the earlier part of the decade, that was way back 2010 to 2016. So I was hugely obsessed in buying shoes, specifically sneakers. So I mean that scene was so big that time. Mapa-basketball man yan or lifestyle man yan, I was on track of every release. I am even active on sneaker groups where it's all Adidas since Adidas is still my number 1 brand right now. Until now. Buying my favorite player's signature shoe. So buying what is really good for walking, running, or even for showing off. Basta kung ano man ang maganda sa paningin ko, and I know that I will be comfortable wearing it, hindi na ako nagdadalawang isip pa, bibiling ko na yan. Until my first daughter was born in 2015, so I have to set aside my budget for sneakers and save it for the needs of our baby. But the addiction took a toll on me, and I am still buying shoes from time to time. So I wasn't able to save more money in case of hard times and left with just enough budget to fill our need. So in the end, I just sold almost half of what I had and left the pairs that I needed. Tama nga yung sinabi ng isa sa mga paborito kong YouTuber. Actually, he's my most favorite YouTuber, na si Mr. Carlo Ople. Now, we should apply the 10x rule or 10 times rule if you want to splurge your hard-earned money. So the 10x rule means that if you want to buy an expensive item, let's say a sneaker that will cost around 100,000 pesos, kasi nga medyo hype yung sneaker na yun, you must have at least 1 million pesos in your savings or more. So the more expensive the item is, the more money you must have in your savings. So 10 times dapat. So right now, I'm not that updated in the sneaker scene, kasi puro pa browse na lang tayo sa mga sites looking like I'm window shopping. And in times like this where basketball courts are still closed, no need to buy new shoes to left it in the closet or in the rack. So the fourth thing that I somehow regretted is I bought a really old car just to prove to myself that I can buy one. So I bought a 1989 Toyota Corolla. So that was the 6th generation of the said model. So here in the Philippines, we used to call it small body. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I bought that baby for an ultimate negotiated price of 57,000 pesos. Without realizing the wear and tear of a second-hand car, I spent almost equal to the car's price for repairs like tire replacement, aircon maintenance, yung mga major parts replacement. And unfortunately, the cycle of the car breaking down is so vicious. So paulit-ulit na lang yung sira. So nag-overheat, broken signal and headlights, nawawala yung aircon, yung lamig ng aircon, tapos flat tire pa. So the most challenging part of having that car was the gasoline consumption with the fluctuating gas price in our country, Tapos sasabayan pa ng 16 valve na engine. good luck sa'yo. I loved that car so much, no? So it took a couple of years before I decided to sell him out. So, epekto na din ng pandemya, kaya ako siya binenta. So, I also started to realize that I only bought that car because of peer pressure. So, I should have a car at that age kasi yung iba meron na. But then, having a car is like having a child as well. You have to include it in your priorities, no, in terms of your budget. Number 3, no, the decisions I made in my career. So, as I said in one of my earlier videos, I have been in the specific industry for quite some time now. And I have been with several companies, no, that due to some circumstances, no, ngayon I started to think, kung nagstay ba ako dun sa company na yun, mag-grow ba ako? Kaya nga, di ba, may what if tayo. And if I enjoyed a very toxic environment, will I able to overcome the toxicity? Or will I absorb it and be one of them spreading it? So I quit without having second thoughts, so without a secure job online. I admit that I've been a part of the reason why I'm in this position right now. So no regrets na rin naman. No? So I started to change my own working culture, no? My own mindset, working mindset. So I have all the experiences and knowledge. We all have the means to utilize the acquired skills. So we can even share to other people and be a great leader that you want to be. Number 2, I never finished what I started or didn't finish it at all. So this is kind of related sa career and sa pag-invest on something worthwhile. There's always a time that I am hyped up on starting a project, a work-related report or a presentation. So, but I sometimes ended up procrastinating. Kaya it's either I am cramming for my reports or never finish at all. Kasi nga, wala na yung drive ko in finishing the project or starting the plan. Had I continued the initial plan for the project, sana natapos ko na lahat. So now, no, my everyday goal is to finish it earlier, and so you can have the time to, double check before sending it to the concerned parties. And you can have all the time in the world to rest after. Before doing something that is really vital to your professional career or to your life, read it not just once, twice, but if you can do it 100 times before sending it, no, double check, no, zero defect. And lastly, no, I did not took risks. So being accountable with my actions and to be brave with all the decisions I made during my younger days. So mapa-career man o sa personal life, all I did was playing safe always. All I can think of was myself. But if I accepted this opportunity, or if I do this, or if I do that, baka mahirapan ako. All I ever think about is me, myself, and I. So without even thinking the people that might get affected, no, do sa decision ko. So I was afraid to get out of my comfort zone, kaya the result was mediocrity. I was washing my hands clean, no, without letting it be dirty in the first place. With that, no, it affected my mindset. No, I only stayed this low, even though I wanted to be this high. So because I grew up scared of the consequences of taking risks to go where I wanted to be. So that is why it's time for a change, even though, sa edad ko, masasabi ng ibang tao na medyo late na. So I said to myself, if and only if there was a better opportunity na nilatag sa harap ko, kahit na meron na akong pinagkakaabalahan ngayon, I will grab it without having second thoughts. Kasi nga, risk yun. If it doesn't work, at least you tried. And now you know that what are some of the steps that went wrong while you're on it and make it right. So if you somehow you felt the need of thinking what could have been, no, I believe it's not too late to make it all right. So think of it as, battle scars. Before we end this video, I would like to thank you all who dropped their support in anything that I'm doing in this channel, So I truly appreciated it. Just remember, if you want to change your life, we must change the way we think. So it's either you step up or step aside. And that's it for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe with a click on the notification bell, so you will be notified para sa mga susunod kong videos. That's it. Thank you so much and see you on the next one.